All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. How's Graham Potter still at the job, man? Has he not sacked as yet? How's this even possible? Honestly, what is going on? What are we waiting for? What more proof? What more evidence do we need? Like, this guy is not competent. How much more do we need to suffer until we can say, you know what? Yeah, maybe he's not it. Maybe he's not it. The match finished my time on Sunday morning, 4:30 a.m. I went to bed around 5:30 a.m. And then I woke up around 10:30 a.m. And I seriously thought by the time I wake up, do you know what? I'm probably going to see Graham Potter gone. The news will be out there. He's sacked. Club statement. Everyone's been posting club statement. When are we going to see club statement? And I'm baffled that the day finished and there wasn't any club statement. And I thought, okay, no problems. Surely in the morning. Surely in the morning, Sunday morning UK time, which is now, we're going to see a club statement. How hasn't there been a club? I'm not even mad. Like, Graham Potter's not good enough. I think we all know that. I think majority of us know he's not good enough for Chelsea Football Club. And that's been well documented. That's been well understood for a very, very long time now. How is the board and Todd Bowley, Iqbali, the owners, how are they sitting there and going, we won't do anything. We won't do anything. How? Salvage whatever is remain. There is still something to fight for in this particular season. There is the Champions League still. Our squad is not that bad. Like, we've literally spent 600 million over the last two transfer windows to bring in quality. The squad isn't bad. The manager, however, is not good enough. Now, all of a sudden, we hear, some of the senior players are not happy for the first time. They're not happy. They were never happy. This is what I've been saying for so long. They were never. How can you be happy? How can Raheem Sterling be happy with Graham Potter? How? How can Kovacic be happy with Graham Potter? These guys have been managed by elite managers. How can they be happy with them? Just put yourself in that situation. I keep thinking in my head, if I've been managed by some of the elite managers in my time, let's just say, like, I'm not even talking about football. Let's say, in your workplace, each and every one of you guys, wherever you guys are, in your workplace, wherever you're managed by a particular person, or, you've been managed by a set of people in your career, they were elites. And then a numpty comes out of nowhere to manage you. How? I'm sorry. I'm not that, above, I'm not that modest where I can say, nah, I can be fine. I'll be fine. I'll try and manage. No. If I see someone who's not good enough, I don't want to be managed by them. Simple. This guy, Graham Potter, ladies and gentlemen, we've got nearly 120 plus live right now. Smash the like button. Let's get those likes up. Let's get the likes up to well over 100, man. Seriously, not feeling good, man. At least give me the likes to make me feel good, please. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. This guy, Graham Potter, post-match, he actually said McGinn's shot had a low XG, meaning that should not have been a goal any other time. You cannot expect screamers. This guy actually had the audacity to say McGinn's shot any other day is not really a goal, so we don't count that. We don't count that. Are you mad? Are you actually mad? You are actually going into every game telling your players, look, lads, on top of giving it your everything, lads, don't expect any screamers. Screamers are anomaly. They're not a part of the part of football. It's got a lower XG. Essentially, it's not meant to go in. Are you crazy? Is this the message that he's giving to our players as well? Don't go for any long shots, guys. Do not go for any long shots. It's got lower XG. Sometimes you need a screamer. Sometimes you need a long-range shot because it's not easy to just score some tiki-taka style of goal. Are you mad? This guy actually came post-match saying, do you know what? Stats show we had a good game. This is why I bloody hate stats. I hate stats. Tell me which part of the game we did well. Yes, okay. There was a nice, lovely through ball for Mudryk. Sure, no problems. He should have finished that. And we'll talk about Mudryk separately. That was mad. He really needs to finish. But he doesn't have any confidence. You can clearly see he's lacking confidence. I'm scared. Like that Werner sort of vibe I'm getting, that lack of confidence. The quality is there. It's just his zero confidence at the moment with Mudryk. But besides that, tell me how we actually played well. We got hustled. We got hurried. There were a few people that were telling me in my match reaction, Ms. Aston Villa mauled us is really stretching it. No, they did maul us. They mauled us. Just because they didn't have enough possession, that doesn't mean that, they didn't do anything. They pressed the living daylights out of us. They took us like lemons and squeezed the juice out of us. We couldn't string few passes together. Second half, we're 1-0 down. Where was the response? Second half was even worse than the first one. And then this guy comes out post-match saying, the lads did give it all. They gave it their everything. Man, shut up with that line, man. Shut up. And then you have Thomas Tuchel, who won 4-2, leading 4-0, was on the verge of winning 5-0. Conceded 2 late goals, and he wasn't even happy. He didn't even celebrate that 4-2 win. He didn't even celebrate. You have one elite manager who didn't even celebrate a 4-2 victory against the number one side in Bundesliga, Borussia Dortmund. It was a top-of-the-table clash, and now Bayern's gone on top, and Bayern will go on and win the Bundesliga. And then you have Graham Potter, who's gone from 10th to 11th, saying the players gave it everything. They truly gave it everything. They truly gave it everything. And our owners are sitting there and going, yes. You don't need a board meeting to get rid of Graham Potter right now. You really don't. I'm not going to buy a single PR BS from any of these players anymore. All of these people trying to tell me, but Miz, look at the players. The players really, really, back him. They've got some really nice things to say about him. Chukwuemeka recently, the group has not been better. The vibe in the training ground is so great. Of course it's great because there's no impetus to win. There is no pressure. Of course it's going to be great. The mood is great because there is no pressure. Your job is all safe. Everyone is safe. Valen, thanks so much for the super chat. To put it To put a fair comparison, this time last season under Ragnick, United only had 47 points. Klopp had 42 points, and we struggled to hit 40. Now, it's mad, man. It's absolutely mad. It's mad. We're 11th. It's truly, truly disgusting. It is unbearable, man. Do you know how many matches this season where second half I didn't even watch the match? Like I was just in the watch along, just vibing. Really, people were just asking me some random questions. Didn't even watch. So many of you guys have just left and didn't watch the match, not connected. Like this is sickening. How we Chelsea Football Club letting us, ourselves to fall into these levels? How? Three out of 22. Robin George, man, in the live chat, ladies and gentlemen, what is Robin George saying in the live chat? Plastic Glory Hunter, please get out of my club. What are you talking about, my man? What are you actually on about? How can you sit there and that's your comment? Plastic Glory Hunter, please get out of my club. You actually appreciate what's going on right now. How are you blaming other fans? Stop looking at others. Look at the situation. This is why I hate when people come into the live chat and they're like, oh, negativity, negative. This is the worst I've ever seen Chelsea. How can I possibly be positive? Like, do I just make up positivity? We see, we comment. Right now, we're getting battered every week. We've spent so much money. We're a laughing stock. And then there's fans going off at other plastic fans. Like that's the biggest worry now. Worried about other plastic fans. Are you actually thinking? No one, thank you so much for the super chat. In September, I said Potter is a mistake, but people were so blind. Rats just following the tune of creating a dynasty. Now in April, I'm saying Bowley is a fool, ruining our club. Mistake after mistake after mistake. Thanks so much for the super chat. How can the fourth highest paid manager be in 11th? It's mind-boggling. It really is mind-boggling. And the stuff that he's now saying in the press conference, like as if it wasn't bad before. Now it's horrendous. It's criminal. Now, seriously, someone mute his mic when he's in the press conference. Please mute the mic. This is not how a Chelsea manager talks. Nothing about Graham Potter is anywhere remotely close to being Chelsea. Nothing. Yet these owners, do you know what these owners, this is why I'm getting so upset with these owners, the board. It's like these owners, ego, it's hurting them now. It's hurting them. They sacked an elite manager like Thomas Tuchel. You could not sit there and talk it out. You literally had a 3 to 5 minutes meeting and you snapshot sacked him. You could not sit down with him and talk things out. No problems. You did what you did. It's your club. You own it. You got rid of Thomas Tuchel. What did you see in Graham Potter that made you feel this guy was going to take us back to the glory days? What did you see? I would really love it if Todd Bowley or Iqbali one day came out in the press and actually explained, you know what? Yeah, these are some of the attributes that we really liked about Graham Potter. It showed championship. It showed champion qualities. Championship qualities. It showed leadership. It showed charisma. It showed the ethos that Chelsea Football Club is built with for the past 25 years odd, 20 years odd, that we've been building the success on. We see that type of characteristic in Graham Potter, that ethos in Graham Potter. What did you see? He's not charismatic. And it seems like his tactics the players don't respond to it. And what is his tactic? He played three at the back in the beginning with wing backs being wingers. Then he scrapped that. Then he started playing four at the back. Then he scrapped that. Then he brought back three at the back. What's going on? How's Unai Emery, who not just recently took over Aston Villa, not that many matches ago, Steven Gerrard was running the show still. How's Unai Emery taking over Aston Villa and getting a tune out of them immediately? How? Tell me how. Aren't they not going through a process? Aren't they not going through a project? Is their squad miles better than ours? How? What's the excuse? I want to know the excuse. Give me excuse. I want to know excuses, ladies and gentlemen. What excuses are there now? People used to tell me, it's going to take time. Project takes time. There's injuries. There needs to be chemistry, biology, physics. What more excuses do we have available? There was even the excuse of too many players in the training ground. I cannot manage so many players. Too many personalities to deal with. What more do we have? What more? My bum itches. My leg hurts. My eyes sore. What more do we have? Running out of excuses. Running out of excuses. Valan, once again, thank you so much for the super chat. It's come to the point where losing has become numb to me. I didn't even bother watching the match. I'm just here for the Potter farewell tour. Yeah, losing is part of our DNA now. If losing gets him out, I don't mind losing at all. It's not even getting... This is the issue. This is why I'm upset with the new owners. It's not even getting him out. We have a Champions League important tie to look forward to. Get rid of him now. Get a new manager in immediately. And if you can't find a new manager, just for the time being, just get rid of him. Let the players know. Some of these players are Champions League winners. These players have more experience than Graham Potter at the highest level. These players can manage themselves. I'd rather have a manager less. No manager, like Southampton. When Southampton beat us. No manager, Southampton beat us. I'd rather go manager less. These players that we have won without Graham Potter previously. They've won big stuff. Enzo Fernandez is a World Cup champion. Majority of the team are Champions League champions. Multiple times, few of them. Just get rid of him. If we can't find a new manager right now, no problems. Just get rid of him now. Get rid of Graham Potter. Get rid of him. It's a joke. It's bad when Nini, Lewis, and Matt Law are Potter out. About time it took these guys to be Potter out. And these guys were mocking people, fans like myself and yourself, when we've been Potter out for a very long time. Then Potter had a little bit of an upturn, and I thought, okay, do you know what? Let's see where this goes. But I made it very clear. If there is another prolonged session of bad results, you've got to go. You had a draw against Everton. Your only option was to win against Aston Villa. You had the whole international break where all of us killed ourselves in boredom. You had the entire international break to work out exactly what Aston Villa's game plan is. Check out all the Aston Villa games under Unai Emery and see what they do. It's not rocket science. I've seen some of Unai Emery's games for Aston Villa. High intensity, press as well, compact structure. Likes to play on the opposition third by pressing high up to win the ball. Look for second balls. Like it's not rocket science, man. You're telling me you couldn't come up with a game plan with better players to beat Aston Villa at your own home ground, Stamford Bridge. You couldn't beat them. Not only we couldn't beat them, Aston Villa, they looked strong. It's sickening, man. It's so sickening. I still can't get over the fact, what did the owners see with Graham Potter when they, like, I think I've said it many times. Like, I think we can all agree. We all appreciated Graham Potter at Brighton. I did as well. I was like, wow, he's top, very, very good manager. Do you know what I mean? Like, doing what he was doing with Brighton, but I never for a second thought, yeah, Graham Potter at Chelsea, this is the guy I want at Chelsea Football Club. Never. Graham Potter's next step should have been perhaps Spurs. Perhaps. Or maybe after Brighton, maybe, I don't know, maybe an Aston Villa. That should have been Graham Potter's next step. He's skipped a lot of levels and just landed at the Chelsea job. Our owners seriously thought this guy was going to be able to compete with Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp. Are you mad? Just because he was, able to tango with them at Brighton. People, this is the thing. When you are Brighton, teams play you in a different manner. And when you're Brighton, you're a clear-cut underdog. So when you come against the big players, the big players will dominate possession. It's a simple game plan. But when you're at Chelsea Football Club, you're most times, majority of the times, you're the favorite and you got to dictate play. You got to dominate the opposition. Has Graham Potter ever been in that situation where he, on a week-to-week basis, feels that he is favorite? Graham Potter's been at Brighton where he's not been the favorite. In fact, most times he's probably deemed as the underdog. It's a different ballgame, different mindset, underdog mindset to a winner. This is why elite clubs are managed by elite managers. Because elite managers are winners. Mid-table managers are underdogs. There's a place for both. You have to have mid-table managers as well, because there are mid-table teams. But doesn't mean that mid-table managers can then manage elite clubs. There's a place for everyone. And you need to recognize that place. Why did our owners look at this guy and think he's the one, he's the face to run this project of multi-million-dollar project, the stadium redevelopment, the club structure? How could our owners look at that and go, he's the guy? And you sacked Thomas Tuchel for this. Wow. Valen, thank you so much for the super chat. Potter will only get sacked after Madrid. What's the point after Madrid? He might as well stay. I actually would like to see him stay after Madrid. If we get knocked out by Madrid, you might as well just stay, Potter. I want to see how low can you take us? How low can you actually take us? How low? Unai Emery was appointed not long for Aston Villa. See their game, not just this match. That shows when you have elite managers, you get results. Yeah, Unai Emery is a far better manager. Unai Emery has managed PSG, man. Unai Emery's Villarreal knocked out Bayern Munich last season. Unai Emery is not some Mickey Mouse manager, man. What's been the biggest game for Brighton? It's just all the Premier League games, really. Just the Premier League teams, the top teams. Unai Emery has tangoed with some of the top dogs in Europe. Unai Emery's Villarreal almost had our number in the Super Cup as well. Almost. And that's Villarreal. They're not a powerhouse. I'm pretty certain Unai Emery's Villarreal won the Europa League, no? They beat Man United in the final, didn't they? Pretty certain. Owners are not good for Chelsea Football Club. Yeah, brought players, but Chelsea need a quality manager. I wish Chelsea got Jim Ratcliffe. The English owner, when you see the players not happy, means. But these players, they're coming up with all these fake statements. You know who's the only one that's talking truth? Belle Silva. Belle Silva is the only one that's talking truth. And when she talks the way she talks in social media, I'm pretty certain a lot of that emotion is coming from Thiago Silva. And if you sort of put the two together, if Thiago Silva's potentially feeling like that, I'm pretty certain a lot of the players are feeling like that. And then comes all of this fake PR stuff. Oh, Reece James is saying, you know, he's so wonderful. Kai Havertz is saying, yeah, people don't know. People don't know what a great manager Graham Potter is, what a great personality he is within the... Stop it. Stop. Stop. Just stop. He might be good for a mid-table team. He's definitely not Chelsea level. He's actually convinced the playing group that he is good. He's convinced a lot of the fan base that he's the man to take us forward. At Sevilla, Emery won Europa League times in a row. Yeah, I think so. 3 times in a row. DK, thank you so much for the super chat. If not sacked today, Liverpool will be his last. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just baffled that he's still not sacked. I'm really baffled. How you see all of that yesterday. At least give the new manager an opportunity to come in and do something against Liverpool, then Wolves, and prepare for the Real Madrid game. We can still salvage this season. We've been here before. One thing we know as Chelsea Football Club is how to sack a manager and then win a trophy. That's one thing that's within our DNA. That's within our remit. It's in our resume. No, but the owners, we don't want to operate that way anymore. We don't want to operate the way the previous owners operated, getting rid of managers left, right, and center. We don't want to do that anymore. Oh, but look what you're doing. The way you're moving now is really taking you places, isn't it? Yeah. Your ego, you don't want to get rid of. You made a decision. You gave this guy a 5-year contract at a 12 million per year deal. Now the ego hurts. Now you don't want to get rid of him. This is what I'm pretty certain. This is what it's come down to from the owners. This is what it's come down to. The owners, they can't swallow the pill anymore. They don't want to admit that they've made a mistake. You made a mistake. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, if you know, it's a classic share trading philosophy. To anyone that does any stock trading, right? I do a little bit of stock trading here and there. It's like this: when you get emotionally attached by a particular stock, you buy a stock and you see a plummet. And you could potentially see, you know what, these guys are probably going to get liquidated. All the money that I invested on it could just potentially disappear. I could either take the money out now and salvage maybe, I don't know, a 50% loss and take the other 50% away, or I could potentially see my whole investment disappear. The best thing to do at that time is just get that 50% and get out of there. At least salvage the 50%. But these guys, they're emotionally attached. They don't want to. It's like the stock. I bought that stock. I don't want to. I completely believe in it. I know it's going to turn around. Before you know, it's never going to turn around, and it's gone into administration, and you've lost all your investments. That's how it is. These owners have backed Graham Potter to the mountains, top of the mountain. And now they don't want to renege on it. And now you just What is it? 3 out of 22? What's the record, ladies and gentlemen? 3 out of 22? 3 out of 22. 3 out of 22 is the record. I've never heard any record like that. 3 wins out of 22. Valan, thank you so much for the super chat. The funny thing is, Bowley and co didn't own Chelsea and saw this happening. They themselves would advise the owner to sack the coach. It's ego. It's 100% ego. 100% ego. And yeah, where's the mentality guy? Where's my man mentality coach? All the people, when I said when we hired this mentality monster or whoever we hired, I said, what's the point of this guy? Shouldn't that be the manager's duty? Oh no, it means every sporting team has a mentality manager. This is not a big deal. Nothing. To all those people that ran their mouth at that time on every little detail, anytime you talked anything about Graham Potter, I want those people to come forward. What do you have to say now? We got Graham Potter a mentality manager to get the players mental. He will wean out them. He will wean out all the people that don't have the right mentality in the football club. He will wean them out. He will seek out the D heads. He will seek out the D heads. I'm starting to think he's probably the biggest D head in the whole group. We even have Anthony Barry, cannot wait. He's packed up his suitcase. He cannot wait to leave. Anthony Barry, as soon as Thomas Tuchel knocked on the door, please, Thomas, please, brother, help me, save me. Let me escape from Chelsea Football Club, please, Anthony Barry. Not even that was a problem. Now, we are disappointed with Thomas Tuchel. How dare you in public talk about one of our staff members? Your staff member, or he wants to leave. He don't want to stick around for this project. Vivek, thanks so much for the super chat. I thought people were joking, but I watched post-match and he actually said boys gave everything with positives. We're gonna spoil 10 games of next before he goes. Oh, man. I can't believe he's not sacked it. I can't believe we haven't had a club statement. I honestly thought off the back of that match, there is no way. There is absolutely, like, as if we needed more evidence. Like, he should have been sacked well before, after the Southampton game. That was it. That was when everyone turned. Everyone. Like, before that, there was a bit of a split. Like, there were a few people that still wanted him in, few people didn't. Few people wanted the project. I'm so desperate. I need a manager for like 2-3 seasons. I want to see Chelsea have a manager for a long time. I don't care where I am in the table. It's all about process. It's all about project. I'm willing to suffer. After Southampton, they all disappeared. But you continued on. I thought after Aston Villa last night, like, surely. Dude, what else do you need to see? He's out of his depth. You see a team like Aston Villa. Playing the way they've been playing. Okay. For the first 45 minutes, you couldn't make a change. You just wanted to see it out. You wanted to see what happens. But at halftime, you need to address how the opposition played. At halftime, you need to address, okay, lads, gather together. This is how Aston Villa is operating. We need to counter that. We need to come up with a different plan to get something out of this match. Let's get back into 1-1, and then let's see if we can win the match. Second half, you've actually gone worse. And then post-match, you come out and say, that McGinn goal had a low XG. Inadvertently trying to say that any other day, that's not a goal. You're potentially trying to say that McGinn goal is not a goal. And now I have Uncle Sharma coming here, putting more salt on the wounds. Means, brother, I can confirm that we're not renewing our Lakaka subscription. Thanks for the dropping. And more issues. And then this guy, Graham Potter, in the press conference, saying that, oh, really admire this guy, really admire him. But wait till Lakaka does a mad interview on you, Potter. You bring Lukaku in. Wait till Lukaku calls the Italian media and talks about you. I can't believe there's no books been written by Christian Pulisic yet on Graham Potter. How's this possible? Yet there were quotes in regards to Thomas Tuchel. It's silly, man. It's silly. It's silly. Watch our next game against Liverpool. Liverpool's in the mud. They were torn apart by Man City. Watch how we are the perfect medicine for Liverpool. Watch. It's all, the prescription is ready. The diagnosis is done. We will approach Liverpool with a lot of care, and we will allow them to bend us over and shove it straight up the backside, so that Liverpool can rejuvenate their career, their season, and perhaps go for that top four. Might as well. We're not going to be competing and then going for that top four. Might as well help Liverpool. Crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll wrap things up. Smash up the like button before you go. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. I shall see you guys for later on with another video, wrapping up the day's Chelsea news. Negativity. Why are you so negative? Miz, why are you so negative? Like there's so much to be positive about.